Content marketing is the core strategy now for a lot of B2B industrial and manufacturing companies. Still, 47% of these people don't measure their content marketing or what ROI they are getting from this content marketing. Almost 27% of the people say it is too time consuming. Almost 38% people say that they don't have any tool sets to measure the ROI on their content. In this video, we are mainly touching upon how you can measure your content marketing and how much ROI you are getting from the content that you are publishing. Firstly, let's understand why you should measure your content marketing and how much ROI you are getting. So, it mainly helps you optimize for the future. If you know what content you are posting, if you know that how much results or how much impressions or engagement you are getting from a piece of content, so you know that you should optimize that in the further in future, or invest more energy and budget to that particular content platform, or the way that you are promoting that content. It also helps you know the cost of acquisition. So if you say you spend around X amount of money on these particular accounts for B2B, it can be exhibition, it can be social media. So if you know how much you have spent on content for this particular audience, and you are getting that X or Y customer. So based on that, you understand that you required this much budget to acquire a category of a company. So you know that client acquisition cost. And lastly, it prepares you for the future. If you know how much you are spending, you are cautious about how much you should spend in the future, or the scope of particular strategy in the future. So you get to know the future forecasting for your business as to what will work and what will not. So here is this simple guide wherein I will try to explain you in 4 to 5 simple steps as to how you can calculate the ROI on your content. The first step here is you should start determining the cost. For example, if you are spending on artists, graphic designers, or any additional resource, you should know the cost. You should know how much you're spending on PPC campaign, or to promote the content that you are publishing, how much you are spending on paid kind of ads. You should also know how much you are spending for the tools that you are using, the softwares that you are using. To effectively calculate the ROI on your content, you should firstly know the goals. Say for example, you are looking to get more visitors on the website, which is branding. So you will be looking at the engagement rates, you will be looking at the impressions, you will be looking at the clicks that you are getting. So for branding, you will do all these metrics or measure these metrics. So firstly, understand why do you want to measure the content marketing effectiveness and what is the objective behind that. There are few key metrics that you should look at. The first is demographics and behavior. So what is the audience that is engaging on your website or any social media platform that you're posting? So content, which type of audience the content is reaching to. Also, you should calculate the activity, that the behavior that they are doing on the website. How many clicks that you have got, how many people are visiting the website, the engagement rate, all these things come under behavior. So do these basic analysis as to from which source the content is producing the maximum kind of engagement that you want. The second critical thing you should look at is social analytics and sharing. How many people are sharing your content? How many people are following you? The follower growth. How many people are actually commenting on your post? So uh, you have to measure these three parameters to understand where your content is going. Or say for example, if you are creating a content and that gets a highest number of shares, so you know that how many people are actually sharing the content, so that you can prepare that same format and try to get more reach. So social sharing is very important. The next is lead generation and nurturing. In Google Analytics, you get this funnel wherein you know from at what stage the customer left. So to know that, you should track some important elements like key downloads. How many people have downloaded your brochure? How many people have visited the contact us page? Or else other important thing that you can track is that how many people have read your particular case study. So in this way you can identify the high intent audience who are engaging with your content, and also you can measure the effectiveness as to how these funnels or sales funnel is performing. The next important metric that you can track is you should track is the CTR. Wherever you publish content, it can be organic, paid ads, it can be social media. All these have a certain percentage of click rate. So make sure that you follow the click rates of the content that you are publishing, so you get the idea how it is performing. In B2B also, it is very important that you track your email open rates. Emails are still the most preferred way to sell in B2B. You if you do email marketing right, you will get a lot of success. So email open rates are important. They are actually kind of a metric. It gives you a metric as to how many people have actually opened your email and they have experienced the content or they have seen the content that you are promoting. So track email open rates. So what's the formula to actually calculate the ROI on your content marketing? So it is ROI equal to revenue generated by X content, which I explained to you in the previous parts, divided by production cost, which is X, plus distribution cost for X, which is the content. But it's not always that simple. Depending on your parameters, it can also be tweaked to ROI equal to gain from investment minus cost of investment divided by the cost of investment, which is how much you have invested in the content. As a business owner, it is very important that you add a dollar value to every activity that you are doing. So determining the cost of content marketing is very important because content is just getting started, especially for B2B. Still, they are to experience how the content marketing can change their marketing and the way that they do a business. So it is very important that you track the content, the ROI on your content, so that you can optimize as per the objective that you're trying to achieve. I frequently create videos on B2B and industrial marketing. Do follow the channel, and you should also visit the website where I constantly write about the digital strategies that these B2B companies should adopt. Thank you for watching.